Capcom's March 2026 Spotlight shows the company continuing to lean into their IP library heavy. Legacy titles. The nostalgia factor sells. We talk about the Spotlight, the factor of legacy games, and where live service games stand in all of this. Wav3y and I talk about it right now. What's good, squad? Welcome into another episode of Fukapod, Fukaname product. Find us all across the web at Fukaname, P-H-U-C-A-N-A-M-E. I'm your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, F-R-O-S-T-Y-P-H-E-N-I-X. That's F-R-O-S-T-Y-P-H-E-N-I-X. Voiceovers, video games, random content everywhere. Here with the usual squad specs. Squad, introduce yourself and where people can find you on these interwebs.
What's goody, y'all? It's your boy Wav3y God here. Of course, you already know the waviest bird ever. The sneaker lover, enemy watcher, the video game player, you know what I'm saying? I'm back with another episode of Fukapod. You already know, like Frosty said, subscribe to all the videos on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, you know what I'm saying? Rate the podcast 5 stars on Apple and Spotify podcasts. We can get up in this algorithm and pull in some new listeners, you know what I'm saying? So you can tell your whole squad about us, and then they come in, and y'all all have something to talk about for the next couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? And just be squad with us. That's what we're here for, because A1 plays make A1 plays. You know what I mean? Bring that one back. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Never went away.
Wav3y God, of course. Mm-hmm. Huh?
Never went away.
Never went away, you know what I'm saying? Just, haven't used it in a while, but WAVIIGAWD _ Instagram, WAVII _ JWD on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the recent Capcom Spotlight that happened in early March.
Hold on. I was going to put something, okay, that's my fault. So, also, if you're in the Orlando area, I want to let you know.
Oh, yes, this is important, y'all.
Wav3y God, of course, and another squad mate, One True Noob. We will be at MegaCon this weekend on Saturday. So if y'all see this face, or if y'all see the boy One True Noob, I'll put his face in there too and everything when the episode comes out on YouTube. But you know what I'm saying, we're going to be there. And on Saturday, we're going to be with some homies and everything like that. I know he's going to be with his homies. And I'm going to be probably just tagging along, whatever. So, but yeah, just say hi to us. We're going to be on live every now and then, filming different things over there. So y'all say hi with us. And we're going to be hanging out with the crowd and everything like that too. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're in the Orlando area, if you come to MegaCon and stuff, say what's up.
Hey, shout out to the squad. Be sure to shout out to Wav3y God and One True Noob. And A1 Players make A1 Plays. Let's help build this community and connect. We'd love to see y'all.
Hey.
Absolutely. So this episode, we're going to get into the Capcom Spotlight that happened in early March. I believe it was the 5th. It was a stream, and I don't know if anybody knew. There wasn't really any promotion about this this Spotlight. But hey, it happened. If you were on YouTube, there were promotions about it, I guess, around the day of. If you logged in and saw it was coming up, you probably popped in the stream, or you probably catching the playback at some point.
If you heard about it, y'all let us know. But I only found out by accident because I happened to see Onimusha thing for 3 minutes. I'm like, this is kind of odd. Why would they just do it out of the blue?
Yeah.
And I searched, I'm like, oh, they had a whole Spotlight. Bet.
I found it. I was on YouTube. I was looking for something else, I think, even squad related. And it popped up in my recommended, like, this is coming up in an hour or whatever time was happening.
So you watched it live?
I saw a little bit of it live. A little bit after.
I saw the playback.
Yeah, like it was one of those things where I say, oh, I kind of caught a little bit, No, actually, I think it was a little after because I was able to fast forward. So it might have already happened, and I caught it was available to watch, and it hadn't been like maybe a few hours before it had already happened or whatever.
Not a lot of new stuff was announced. Stuff we already know, but some add-ons, I guess you could say.
As of this recording, and we'll mention just bullet points that you guys have already known. Pragmata, one of the Capcom's highlighted titles right now. Big eyes on
new
that,
IP,
on that IP,
man.
right?
I love it.
I've known about this for a couple years now at this point.
I think a lot of people knew about it for a couple years. I first heard about it, I think, last year. I think they showed it. I forget what showcase showed it. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I'm not sure.
I feel like don't get your time mixed up, man. It's probably
actually it might have been 2 years ago. It might have been 2 years ago. You might be right.
It's been a while. I feel like it's one of those things that they teased it and then nothing, and then last year heavy push, and now of course you push it because now it's coming. April 17th. They moved the date.
They bumped it up a week.
Yeah.
That's confidence right there. Like you gonna know y'all like to play this. You gonna know y'all gonna play this joint. Like they must have been cooking in there.
Yeah.
From the demo, I mean, I like it a lot. So I'm winning. You gotta play that. You got it on PS5, right? Play that.
Play that. You play it yet? I mean, I feel you. But I'm not even looking at you right now. I feel like
yo, you play it yet?
You smoking yet?
You play yet? You did the Family Guy joint?
Yeah. You smoking yet? But so the one thing about it I will mention is that they were pushing the cabin rest area and cosmetic skins for days for the main character and both the main characters, the man and the girl.
Wouldn't be Capcom without it.
What do you mean by that?
Man, Capcom is like they there was a time people did not like Capcom a lot because they used to push a lot of the wrong things and everything, like mostly cosmetics and the microtransactions before the game and everything, or like while the game was out, or just like putting add-ons for the game that probably should have been in the game when it launched and they had to add it later. And it's like, why was this not in the game in the first place? I'll never forgive him for Street Fighter V when that first came out. Like that game launched without a story mode. It was like 30% done. They still launched it. Guess what? I'm part of the problem because I still bought it. Day one.
They hooked you. You know what I mean?
They did. I wanted another Street Fighter game and it looked fire. And I'm just like, wait a minute. It's like, there's barely any characters. There's no story mode. What do you just be online? That's it? You had to add it later. Granted, it was free. It better have been free. But, there was a time that Capcom wasn't on everybody's like, it was on everybody's like shit list for a minute.
Yeah, people were
it didn't happen until like
except for the diehard fans. Yeah,
exactly. And even with that, I think it didn't really start turning around until like probably 2018 when Monster Hunter Worlds came out, and then that's when it started ramping up and all that kind of stuff. But you said something earlier about like what kind of caused that shift too.
You ready?
And everything.
Yeah, we're getting a little early, but just for the in general part of it. Capcom's revival owes its revival to the work that they put in leveraging the Resident Evil engine to create high-quality, accessible modern entries like Resident Evil 7 and Monster Hunter World, alongside successful remakes of classics like Resident Evil 2 and 4, which was pushed heavy, like remaking and remastering. People don't talk about that. We'll talk about those kind of conversations in another episode, we promise. This two-pronged approach of blending nostalgia with new high-quality releases has effectively revitalized major IPs such as Resident Evil, strategic remakes, remastering RE2 and RE4. Following the success of their recent success, Capcom actively reactivated older, forgotten franchises like Onimusha, Okami 2. People were really looking forward to that, especially when they saw the announcement at the Game Awards last year.
Yeah, they were hyped for that joint. Like, it's like Okami 2. What?
So, just in general, like we mentioned, World and Rise definitely brought it up. So, Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter Rise. People didn't know about Monster Hunter. Those were not the first games, right? That was a niche that Mark and shout out to Noob know about. Like, that was a PSP niche. Like, people in the cut knew about Monster Hunter, right? I knew about Monster Hunter. I didn't play, though.
Noob and Corner, they both knew about it. Like, I know Corner be speaking about it. Like, he used to like have to go on like YouTube to find how to use certain weapons or whatever back in the day because it was so niche and everything. And it like, I think Worlds just blew. I thought it was Rise, but Worlds blew it up. So now it's just everywhere and everything. So
yeah. And of course, I'm a fan. I have the copy. I strayed away from it, but Devil May Cry 5 for reasons, not because I didn't like this franchise anymore. There was a couple things that I didn't like the way the demo played out. I've mentioned that in previous podcast episodes, but I do need to give the game a fair shake, and I want to replay the collection because they definitely dropped the Devil May Cry collection, and I definitely bought it when it was on sale. Okay, so I have 1, 3. I already have 4, and I just need to play 5, and I will do it. Onimusha, Okami, I mentioned that. The Mega Man series, right?
Yes, sir.
We were talking about they re-released the X with X through its collections, the Zero series through its collection, ZX a part of that collection with Zero, Battle Network. Wavy and I talked about that. Cornette always made fun of us about it, but guess what?
Always makes fun of us.
Guess what? I have it. I just haven't played through it yet, but I have it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I played some of it. I didn't play the whole thing yet. No.
I have it. You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. Star Force collection. If it's not out by now, I believe, but it's coming.
It's coming soon.
And
not soon.
And Ace Attorney getting a revisit as well. So they found this revitalization, reigniting the spark.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. They listen to the people what they want, and they're giving them these remakes, and it's kind of leading into like newer entries, like with the dual override coming out next year. When I was announced at the Game Awards, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
It was. And they got like the whole 6 finalists thing. They having the people like actually write the boss designs, draw the boss designs.
Yes.
And I think whatever one that they choose will be one of the like either the final boss or one of the final bosses in the game.
I think it'll be one of the bosses. I think it'll be one of the bosses.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it'll be one
and some of the designs were cool. I liked some of the designs when I saw it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was like the last 2 that I saw. I was like, oh, that's nice. Like I can see them I can see these happening and stuff like that. I forget the names of them. But.
Yeah. So sorry, I mentioned Mega Man Star Force Collection. It was shown at the Spotlight, games 1 through 6. There will be online matches for this game, casual, ranked, friendly, and you'll be able to have custom built decks the same way when Wavy, you know, like with Mega Man Battle Network. You built your folder to have your chips. You had that John right, so that John, like, you know, when you played it, you got the good chips early, so you could clear out those battles early. So I definitely feel that for online rank matches, there are online rank matches for Battle Network, so I imagine Star Force will be no different. I believe you could also battle online when those games were out as well locally. I never played the games. I think I was just kind of like over the hype. I was very big on like saying like, oh, it's just a Mega Man clone. Let me say I probably was disrespectful.
Like, it looked like a Battle Network first person. I'm like,
I feel like as a fan, I feel like I need to give this collection a visit. Personally, I feel like, especially when I think I heard that what people were saying, like online analysis said that the story got good around 3. You know,
that's kind of late in the series. That's 2 entries, 3 entries, my G. Like, it gets good in the 3rd entry. So what about the first 2? Like, he was just go past them. Do we need not to play them, or you just play them all boring in one night? Oh my god, I can't wait till 3 comes out. Like, nah. Like, it's not like with anime where like it gets good at episode like 35. Like, you could like kind of. If you could skip it, you could skip it. But you go in the games like it only get good till 3, and there's 6 of them. There might be a little problem there. You know what I mean? Like,
is there any anime that only has gotten good around season 2 or 3? Like, yo, you just got to get to season 2. I got to get to season 2, season 3.
Y'all let us know if y'all have seen any anime that's like it don't get good till season 2, and then you have to just like let it drag through season 1. Like, did y'all stay around for that?
Yo. But so shout out to Mega Man getting a lot of love.
It's about time.
About time, right? Resident Evil.
You make legends.
So what?
You make legends. That's all I want.
I'm not even gonna put my soul on that hill right now, yo.
That's another time.
Resident Evil, 30th anniversary this year. Shout out to the Resident Evil series. Claps for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Devil May Cry was spawned out of a concept for a Resident Evil game. It spun into its own game, and now it's Devil May Cry, right? So, shout out to Resident Evil and all of the things that it has inspired. You know what's funny is that Resident Evil succeeded, but the House of the Dead was the other game in the arcade that you were. Were you a cops? I think you were cops in House of the Dead. That John just kind of like stayed in the arcade.
Oh, House of the Dead, yeah, like in the arcade and all that kind of stuff. Right.
Yeah, it's like Resident Evil's a series. It's like, what about House of the Dead? What about House of the Dead? What about it? No disrespect to the game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny. I felt like, to me, like, they were neck and neck as far as if you didn't have the series at home or whatever for Resident Evil. But those games were in the arcade, like either Resident Evil or House of the Dead. Get your little quarters in there and get cheated.
Time Crisis too.
Time Crisis. Well, I know that had games. I games.
I did have console versions and stuff, but I just remember them mostly in the arcades.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure House of the Dead.
They probably had like the console games too. I would assume.
House of the Dead. House of the Dead protagonist. There's a protagonist. The main protagonists of House of the Dead are AMS agents Thomas, Rogan, and G. They're tasked with battling Dr. Curran's biologically engineered creatures. First appeared in the 1997 arcade game. Other key protagonists in the series include James Taylor and Kate Green in House of the Dead 2. House of the Dead series. Where did that go? Where are we at with that? Went to several series. Let's see. House of the Dead 1, 96 to 2022. House of the Dead 2, 98. House of the Dead 3, 2002. House of the Dead 4, 2005. House of the Dead 4 Special, 2006. House of the Dead
4 Special?
Yeah, 4 Special. Set shortly after the end of House of the Dead 4, Kate Green joins forces with veteran agent G in order to destroy the source of the outbreak. So it was a spin-off joint. House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn, 2018. And Future, in September 2019, director Takashi Oda revealed during an interview with Sega Interactive he wants to produce 3 more games for the series, as well as a House of the Dead first-person shooter if there's enough demand. It is a first-person shooter. Oh. What?
Well, this story is all new to me.
Yeah. It had spin-offs: Typing of the Dead, Zombie Revenge, Pinball of the Dead, Typing of the Dead 2, English of the Dead, House of the Dead Overkill, House of the Dead EX, Typing of the Dead Overkill, Darts of the Dead.
Seems to be a naming pattern here.
Yeah.
Something of the Dead, like Couch of the Dead, House of the Dead.
Oh,
Living Room of the Dead. It's a lot of shit.
In 2003, the first film, it was a House of the Dead film, House of the Dead and House of the Dead 2. There were movies. Given a limited theatrical release with intent to become a cult film, it served as a loose prequel to the 97 game, but received very poor reviews and little box office returns.
Of course it did.
Wow. So this is actually one of
So basically it was a
failure.
I was not ready for that. But shout out to developers Sega. I mean, they're kind of going through their own thing right now, especially like trying to revive their own stuff with Sonic or whatever. So, I mean,
yeah.
I feel like this was like a loose Resident Evil, right? In comparison, I feel like that was like their competition, right? You know, that's how I saw.
I mean, yeah, and it definitely surpassed it. So,
nah,
no competition.
Nah. Like Resident Evil out here, House of Dead still jogging.
Still trying to jog, right? And they're jogging in place too.
On a treadmill at 3 speed.
At 3 speed.
On a slight incline. But anyway, shout out to that. Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Corner Fox is hype about that.
I'm hype about that. Looks
you
good.
Hype about that? Yeah.
That looks good, man. Like I like the combat stuff. I never played Onimusha. This is my first time playing an Onimusha game. It looks good though. It looks really good. Like I like the whole. It looks like the story's gonna be great. It looks like there's gonna be some parrying in there, which I assumed because like we're in that day and age now, which is fine. I don't care about it. Like the gameplay looks fire. So feudal Japan. So cool.
Get your parry game.
Swords
up,
in Japan.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll get into that a little later because it just triggered me again. The parry mechanic, on like favorites things. Street Fighter 6, Alex, March 17th. So as of this recording, he'll be out. sometime within this week or when we release this episode. So March 17th in general. The Go Alex Hype is Born theme by Jam Project. He gets his own theme music.
Yeah, man, he got his own theme music. They like him over there, huh?
And there's I forgot the wrestler's name. They got him the mocap.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the name too, but I do remember seeing that.
Let's do this. Let's do this justice. His Alex
To search engines.
To search engines.
It was some professional wrestling.
Keywords. Kenny Omega provides motion
Kenny
capture
Omega
for Alex.
Shout out to Kenny Omega, man. He got a little bag over there for doing that. I know he did. There's no way he did that for free.
Yeah. Apparently, massive fan of the character, Omega was approached in 2023 for season 3 and completed the, at the time, intense movement workout in one day. He brought authentic wrestling, including a one-winged angel, to the character. So I guess trying to say gave it life, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. He's a fan of the character in general,
moves, including a version of his own one-winged angel.
So he's a fan of the character in general, then.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Okay. That's nice.
That's cool. And then Street Fighter movie, reminder that it was coming, basically.
I mean, I'll watch it. We'll see if I enjoy it or not.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just like it's
shout out to 50.
Hopefully it maybe brings that vibe of like the old Mortal Kombat, which is another Mortal Kombat coming, as well. Modern John for that, but like hopefully gives that feeling of the 90s, early 2000s movies, like the Blades, the Mortal Kombats, like that grungy, like don't take it too seriously, like just having a good time, fun movie thing. I think we got to really get lean back into that, not thinking everything needs to be an Oscar-winning piece, right?
It doesn't, but it needs to be good. Hopefully the Street Fighter movie is good. Like I said, shout out to 50 for playing Bullrog and all that. We'll see if he does a good job. And Jason Momoa's in there, and the Andrew Schultz is in there too. Like I said, we'll see how it is.
We'll see how it goes. Shout out to y'all.
I'm not holding my breath on that. I'll say that.
Ooh. Yeah,
I'll watch it though.
I think the same. I didn't catch the recent Mortal Kombat. I think I feel like I guess I should or whatever. I don't know.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it when I saw it.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 dropping this week, or as of this recording, it will have dropped the 17th.
Already?
What do we say? The 14th?
Nah, the 13th.
13th. Well, no, it drops today as of this recording. It's right now. I'm sorry. Time passes.
Yeah. So you're probably playing this right now. If you like it, put it in the comments if you like it or not.
Absolutely that part. So yeah, shout out to that. But Wavy, one thing I wanted to touch on, the fact that a lot of these games, except for Pragmata, a lot of these games are legacies, sequels. Capcom is riding that bag on things that's already been in their camp. Bringing back to people, bringing people back to what they know with modern takes, right? Is that the way we're going about it right now? Because we talk about remakes and remasters. Work with what you've got, right?
People love nostalgia.
Yeah.
And everything. So,
like, our thoughts about at least mine right now speaking, like the fact that Resident Evil has gotten up to 9, right?
And they're having a new expansion coming soon, actually, too. The director said it.
And going on legacy games, things like that, where they used to, when we talk about this, we're not new to this. We have partners, the other content partners that have talked about this. Shout out, and then Wavy. Remember you were on the episode with the Starting Five podcast with Dan the Mayor. And shout out to Husky Hokage.
Shout out to Dan, man. That was fun, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Husky and the other guests that Wavy was on. Hopefully we'll collaborate with y'all soon. But the conversation about is gaming easier now than it was back in the day. But back in the day, in this conversation of legacies and sequels, they used to just sell you a whole game. We're getting real unk with you right now. Real unk and aunt.
Real unk energy, kind of.
You know what I'm saying?
Younger unk energy.
No, I mean, yeah, younger unk energy, but we getting up there, right? It's like, but they sold you a whole game. Like let's just use an example. Resident Evil 2 was a whole game. Resident Evil 3 was a whole game. Resident Evil 4 was a whole game. You know what I'm saying? Mega Man, Battle Network, Star Force 1 through 6, all those, whole game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Onimusha, whole game. Street Fighter, whole game.
Yeah. Well,
up to 5.
Up to 5.
But you know what I'm saying? Even with Street Fighter, they would still sell you versions. Like they would do things like Street Fighter Ultimate Fighter Combo Turbo 2. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Street Fighter Third Strike.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's that? You know, and then Street Fighter 3.
Street Fighter 52 divided by 5.
Maths. Let's just see like all Street Fighter titles. Let's see how many there have been. And then I'm going to even talk about all the crossovers. Hopefully, it probably might list all those. Street Fighter Versus.
Only one I know is Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Bro, please. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go with. All right, you ready?
List them.
Street Fighter. This is canonically. My God, hold on.
That list is long, ain't it?
I don't know if I could do this in one breath. I really can't. That'd be the challenge, right?
That's an email, huh?
That's an email. That's a whole email. Oh my God! See, I'm still scrolling. I'm still scrolling.
See? Yeah, no.
All right. Okay. Let's just summarize. Let me summarize. Street Fighter had its Fighting Street, Street Fighter ZX Spectrum, things for different consoles. Commodore 64, Atari, Amiga, Street Fighter for PSP is part of the Capcom. Oh, so I see what you're saying. This is listing as how many games this version came out on. Okay, I'm following now. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Oh my God. He's doing two.
Hyper Street Fighter 2, Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers.
Yo, Capcom. All
right. Wait. Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Alpha 3. I had that one for the where is it? Dreamcast. Yes, I did have it for Dreamcast. It was there.
Okay.
Street Fighter 3 upper Japan only. Oh, they have their versions with. Yeah, they had Japan only versions. Street Fighter Alpha Analogy. Street Fighter Alpha Analogy. Included in Street Fighter Alpha Analogy was I guess it was a collection. I guess Street Fighter Zero Fighters Generation. It had Warrior's Dreams, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter Zero 2 Arrange, Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold, Street Fighter Zero 2 Alpha Arrange, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, Hyper Street Fighter Alpha, Hyper Street Fighter Zero. Then Street Fighter 3 New Generation.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Street Fighter 3 New Generation, Street Fighter 3 Second Impact, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Ultra Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5. Now the list gets shorter here. Street Fighter 5. Then you got Street Fighter 5. He said good. Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, then Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 Years 1, 2 Fighter Editions. And then compilations, the Street Fighter Collection, Street Fighter Collection 2, Street Fighter Anniversary Collection, Street Fighter Alpha Anthology, the one I mentioned, Street Fighter 4 Collection, Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collector Set, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, not to mention the Final Fight EX series, Marvel vs. Capcom series, SNK vs. Capcom series, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Street Fighter X vs. Tekken series, Street Fighter X Tekken series,
X-Men.
And miscellaneous games that are scrolling on as we speak. I had Super Puzzle Fighter 2. I like it. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, where you just play Tetris and you that's how you fight.
Interesting. Man, people might be too harsh on Kingdom Hearts, all them versions. They might be need to make fun of Street Fighter.
Bro, leave Kingdom Hearts alone with this list, bro. Leave it alone.
You can't make fun of Street Fighter now. Like, there's no way you can make fun of Kingdom Hearts and not make fun of Street Fighter. Like,
Bro.
you saw how many names that Frosty went up for. You got Street Fighter 3. Like,
I think I've repeated myself a couple times because a lot of these are just like collections and like they were like crammed into like another release or whatever. Still at this point, yeah.
Capcom, y'all doing a lot.
I just wanted to look at X-Men versus Street Fighter. I should have read this one on the side because like it had it through time scaling. I'd read it through list, and that was my fault, y'all. I do apologize. But going back, basically, y'all get it. But basically, going back to the conversation about legacy and how revisiting Street Fighter never went away though, but legacy being a part of what Capcom is able to bring to the table is really important. It gives people back what they know. Anything to say about legacy, Wavy, or you think they're kind of like knocking it out of the park as far as that's concerned? Because I think that's Capcom is the underdog in that one. Oh, and you mentioned even before about Naughty Dog coming back around, especially with their up and coming title Intergalactic, right? And we've talked about
that. They trying to do it on a new IP. Finally, they giving Last of Us a break. It's been years.
Last of Us 1 Remake Ultimate Extra Edition.
Right, like it's like Last of Us 2
Remake 2 5 Ultimate Upgrade Beta Alpha Sigma Theta.
Right, and then the Last of Us TV show, y'all did Uncharted. Like, give that a break, man. I'm glad y'all doing Galactic. I just don't want it to be like Uncharted or Last of Us, but yeah, I think Capcom might be the ones to they've been going crazy the past couple of years, and they've been on a resurgence from that time that people did not like them as much. So
yeah,
kudos to them and everything. And I do have the thing about legacy, people just like to go back to what they know. That's how people are. That's why these lists always come out where even that survey that came out years ago saying that 60% of gamers play games from 5 years ago or 6 years ago, something like that. People like to go back to what they know. And unfortunately right now, as all these live service games just be out and stuff like that. And there's even more that are out. People always say that they're tired of live service games because when new one gets announced, they call it slop, live service slop or whatever. But you look at Steam charts right now, look at the top 15, at least 9 of them are live service games right now. So I don't think y'all really hate live service. I just want a good live service game. Good gameplay loop, good lore, good all that kind of stuff.
Okay. When we're talking about legacy, right, and moving into the new age, and like you talked about, Wavy, live service has become the norm. And even on a Reddit post where live service has now become an industry standard. It's no longer a dream as it was back in the day. Like, oh, a game that could go on forever. Guess what? We are in the thick of it. Right in the thick of it.
We here now.
We here now. You know what I'm saying? But that begs the question, and we've talked about this before the episode, and I think people are talking about this right now. What makes a live service game good?
That's a good question because there's so many out there that people are playing, so they must think that all of them are good.
I mean, that's what's being run right now is what these companies see, the numbers is why they're trying to match and be the next big thing. But why do you care about these though? If they're not good, why do you care about them though?
That's what I'm saying. Like these companies are still gonna keep on trying to clone them if y'all keep on playing them. You know what I mean?
What are these?
I think because even with when Rivals came out, Rivals went crazy when it first came out, but it also was leaning a lot on the Marvel IP. It was third person. You can see the skins and all that kind of stuff. So I get it, and I'm pretty sure NetEase pushed a lot of marketing behind it too. So I think marketing also plays a good part of it. So that's why these games like High Guard, when they came out, yes, they were good, but that suffered from not having the right marketing and having a beta to test it. Because I think that is the reason why it fell. It's speaking as of right now, it's shut down. It's it.
Yeah.
It's over. So
it's done.
RP.
For Marvel Rivals, it definitely is riding off of the success of the MCU, which we always talk about forever
Correct.
and ever. Amen. Shout out to Blade for helping revive the idea for Marvel.
A black man.
Just saying. And then also and then following that, Spider-Man, X-Men. You know, leading up to Iron Man in 2008, and
Yes,
here
sir.
we are now, right? But rolling that back, I think a lot of things with Marvel Rivals, the voice actors, a lot of them are pretty well known, especially if you follow voice actors really heavily. It's a shout out to, like, say for example, off the top of my head, Alex Lee was the voice of Daredevil, but he's also the voice of Sung Jin-woo from
is he?
From Solo Leveling.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Voice. And he's also the voice of Zenitsu in English from Demon Slayer.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Okay,
Yeah,
so he got some. He's getting some checks. He got some jobs.
He's got chops. Let me see. Let me make sure I've said the character's name right, because but y'all be like, no, you didn't say his name right. You know, it's been a while. My apologies. Sung Jin-woo. I did say it right. Okay, yeah, he's Sung Jin-woo's voice actor. But other voice actors, there's a couple things that Marvel Rivals is doing right? The skins that are parallel with the movies, skins that are fun, game mode that's fun, a hero shooter that's not first person. I'm sorry, I don't like first person. I don't like it. I'll play a first person game. I really got hooked into Halo and all that stuff. But I've played first person games. You play first person games, yeah, but I like third person. Personally, I like.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like that too. I like third person more than first person. I'll play first person, but yeah, I like third person a little more.
Social media campaigns are popping. You see the voice actors everywhere. Like, their social media's popping. Some of the voice actors stream Marvel Rivals together. Okay?
Oh, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's
cool,
even the light things like those. I don't know if it's necessarily, the question would be like, was that intentional strategy or just happened to work out? That the marketing and all that kind of stuff just runs parallel and makes people talk about the game more. And especially like with the recent release of like Deadpool, that was a more recent character release that people were really hype about, because the game had really petered out, really, like towards the end of 2025 before Deadpool was released. Words, speak them. Deadpool's introduction to the game brought the player count back up. As of right now, let's just entertain what Marvel Rivals player count looks like right now.
Yeah, currently it's like 87,000. 87,000. Which is nothing to laugh at either. It's nothing to laugh at all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's 24-hour peak, right? But right now, 68K. Just been running across just all the numbers, right?
That's nothing to laugh at all.
Nothing to laugh at. All-time peak 14 months ago. Over 500,000. Yeah, 644,000.
Yeah, man. I think that's why when it first came out, probably. I would assume it's like when it first came out. You know what I'm saying?
And then
it's crazy that PUBG is still like in the top 5 on Steam. That's crazy. I thought that game was dead. Apparently not. The game is still going. But yeah, most of these are like live service games. So I don't understand when people say that they're tired of them. Y'all not tired of them, because they wouldn't be in the top 15. 9 of them wouldn't be in the top 15 in Steam. On Steam at that too. It's not like it's on console. It's on Steam. You know what I'm saying? So like when y'all say that, like, Marathon's live service, I think it's a lot of emotion behind it too. Like, I think Marathon just happened to suffer. One, like you talked about last episode, because it's Bungie and they made it and they kind of ditching Destiny 2, and also because of the whole Bluepoint thing.
Yes.
Like, I think that's another reason. I think the emotion behind it also gets a lot of people and everything. But like, let it just be a good live service game. People will go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a good gameplay loop, the content is there, like the lore is there and stuff, like people will go for it and do it. Fortnite is still running today. Crazy. It's actually not in the top 15. That's actually kind of crazy on Steam. That's great. That's actually wild. But Fortnite is still like one of the top games and everything. But they in some stuff right now too, apparently. So
which game?
Fortnite.
Yeah. Like, you talking
they're
about
still running. Yeah, they still running, but they still got some. They got some stuff they just came out recently that they doing that I don't think a lot of people like, with the V-Bucks and all that. Like, they haven't, like, basically their excuses it takes a lot to keep the game servers on. So right now they're making these packs be more dollars, but you're getting less V-Bucks now. You know what I'm saying? And even like with the, I think in the what is the mode that you get when you're a Game Pass? I forget what it's called. But even with that, you used to get 1,000 V-Bucks. Now you only get like 800 or something like that. Like it's something crazy. Like it's just the packs is like they're not equal like what they were before.
Yeah.
So I think people are gonna be mad about that. It's new corporation things.
Yeah. Nickel and diming you.
No.
Just off of the list, right? And if people like that, let's talk about that. You have your go-tos. I'm gonna get to a point that I just thought about in a second. Actually, no, I'll say it right now. People that say there's nothing to play, I think that phrase even goes with saying, I'm not talking about the game that I go to. I'm talking about nothing to play as in a new game that can take me away from my current game. Because everybody has their go-to game. It's like when people say, I have nothing to watch. So what do? They go back and watch their favorite series from the
Old
beginning
stuff, yeah.
over again.
They binge it.
You know what I'm saying? So, nothing to watch means that you're not going to watch that other series that you like either. But that's mincing words. That's being annoying about it, let's say in general. But when you say that, right? But Wavy, like you mentioned, Fortnite has like all the things I want to mention, also their in-game like pricing points or whatever. So Fortnite has V-Bucks or whatever, so that's how he keeps that alive. Roblox, there are plenty of cards and things like that you pour money into. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what the money goes into, what Roblox even looks like, or what it's even about. I've just always heard about it.
Yeah, I'm off that. Like I'm off that now. Yeah. I've never been on the game, but like now I'm just everything going on.
Yeah,
and I ain't on my radar no more.
I knew my niece played it. That's all I knew, and we got her Roblox cards. This was a while ago. I don't know about now. You know what I'm saying? This is years ago. You know what I'm saying? But
if you catch her playing it, get her off.
Hey yo, hey yo, that's real. And not shout out to those controversies. That's not good, but just for an example, when we're talking about here, I know there were other lawsuits and things for different game series. I think someone tried to sue Fortnite or something like that because of, like, it felt like it was like an addiction or something like that for their kid, and they took it.
Oh, really?
And yeah. Let me see. So Roblox in general news. So 9 hours ago. Shout out to.
So this is recent.
Shout out to this this story out of New York. I'm just reading the headline. Wayne County man accused of exploiting 12-year-old girl through Roblox.
Yo, what is wrong with y'all, man? Just play the game, man. Why I gotta do all that? Like, what is?
Indonesia. This is from Dawn Images. Indonesia moves to ban social media apps and Roblox for children under 16.
That might be a good thing, honestly. That might be a good thing.
So just off of those two stories,
under 16, I guess that makes sense.
Different codes, different things. Roblox a bargain after recent share price pullback and mixed valuation signals. Just other stories like that, just lightly. And then we're talking about Fortnite. Let me see if there was that lawsuit. Fortnite readies a return to Android as lawsuit settles as Epic pins leaks on a contract worker. Fortnite leaker actually worked for Epic Games according to the new lawsuit. Wow, so they're kind of going through a little bit right now.
Maybe that's why they're doing this whole little price thing.
Lawsuit alleges Fortnite and Roblox structurally changed a child's brain.
Changed their brain? How so?
This is out of GameSpot.com. Filed out of San Francisco by a Louisiana mother who is alleging her child may have experienced structural brain changes due to prolonged exposure to online games. Ms. Jackson claims in a lawsuit brought to the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California in December of last year, of 2025, that her child, a minor only identified by the initials MA, has developed symptoms consistent with Internet Gaming Disorder, IGD. Since playing video games at a young age, this includes behavioral challenges such as her loss of impulse control, withdrawal symptoms, irritability, anxiety, difficulty disengaging from gameplay. Lawsuit also alleges that MA suffered addiction, social isolation, depression, loss of friends, and relationships and damage to her grades, leading to an academic dismissal from school.
Well, there are two sides to this. Because
Take the words right out of my mouth.
Yes, video games can be. I think they did label that video games is an addiction and stuff like that. Like anything else, you gotta do it in moderation and everything. But at the same time, if you got a kid, you gotta be a parent. You gotta be a parent. Take that. You gotta put some put some screen time on their phone. Have that little parental thing on the consoles. It's just not that hard because I'm pretty sure you can find a YouTube video on it. Why are you doing that? Go subscribe to us while you're doing that. But you can find a YouTube channel to say to how to put the parental things on your console so they can only play for a certain amount of time. So you got a parent at that point. You can't have them be on the game all the time because you don't want to parent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like I said, it's two sides to the story.
It's two sides to the story.
It's fault on both sides.
But generally back to the list of the live service games, with those top two having a little bit of issues right now, depending on the engagement. Minecraft, I knew that game was always free, but of course that game has since grown. There are Fortnite, Minecraftian things in Fortnite, and in Lego games, like things you can do, building worlds and stuff like that. But Minecraft still stands strong. Call of Duty HQ and Warzone. I've played Warzone before. Basically the extraction shooter Fortnite-ish situation. Make it to the middle of the storm. Grand Theft Auto Online,
of course,
with its shark cards, credit cards. Basically, you pour money into the game so you can buy cars and things and stuff like that. League of Legends, Apex Legends, Genshin Impact, World of Warcraft, Destiny 2, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, Final Fantasy 14, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Right?
Rainbow Six Siege. And you just named one too. That's like the one is a part of a subgenre. I didn't know live service game had a subgenre of
it's
stuff.
It's like EDM is a subgenre of house.
Right, and it's like I didn't know live service had a subgenre of games, but apparently it does. Shout out to my co-host Frosty, said that the gacha games are a subgenre of live service games. I'm like, what? I thought it was just a live service. I didn't know it was a subgenre. Like how rap has trap and has boom bap and all that. No, that's crazy.
Yep.
But it's like I think they might be one of some of the worst offenders. Not offenders, but it's like. Every time a new one comes out, it is selling like crazy on mobile, on console, PC, everywhere. Like it's just not, and nothing wrong with them because most of them are good games. But it's like, y'all, they put out whatever. People are gonna use it and they're gonna buy these skins up and all that kind of stuff and everything. And they have the little. I won't say a gambling system, but like kind of like a system where you're like betting on these these new characters and stuff like that, and it could like lead to an addiction of like I need to get this new character, need to get this new character, and if you don't got enough money like in-game currency, you're gonna use a credit card in order to try to get them. You know what I'm saying? And that could lead to loss of real money.
Yep.
Gambling.
So diving deeper into it because we all know the general thing, right? Like shout out to Wav3y. That is true. Yeah, it's subgenre. So specifically, games that we know: Fortnite, Destiny, Call of Duty, Final Fantasy 14, things like that. I've mentioned before that I've played Final Fantasy 14. I've played DC Universe Online. I play Warframe. I play a gacha game. I play Zenless Zone Zero. My wife has played Genshin Impact, and by proxy, I've played it. I've played Genshin Impact in interaction wise. What I will say for live service games in general, the thought is that the games have long-term engagement, monetization. The games don't end, right? There's no you roll credits, but they still have things that you can do. Versus video games, we talk about legacy games. You beat it, you might go back and do a couple things here and there to 100% the game, but unless you just want to run around in the open world thing, depending on what's going on, like Assassin's Creed, like you could really just stay there if you want to, but there's no incentive to, right? Live service gives you that incentive to stay because guess what? About a month, we about to have that blah, 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 DLC.
Yep.
Gacha games specifically pull people because of the randomization, like the pulls, like the banners. Like there's usually 2 banners. There's a character that you might want, so you start off with like base characters that they give you for free, and then the better characters on the banner. And most of the characters for gacha games, you have to like stack them. So like you still have a base character, but to make them stronger, you need to pull a copy of them so you can stack them together to increase their ability. The S characters are base stronger than the main characters that they would give you for free, but you also then have to stack them to see them unleash their potential. And you know, people love online to be able to put up videos online of them demolishing the enemies. That's because they put the money into the character. Like, look at this super ultimate character I have, but that took money. Period.
Yep.
Like, you can't even say I earned my gacha game characters through sheer utter no. You cannot. You really can't. Like, for your character to be that strong, for people that could grind, maybe for the in-game currency that you could spend for the character, but then your luck has to be dumb good.
Yeah.
Dumb good for you to pull multiple copies. I've seen people that have luckily pulled like 2 or 3 of an S character in one pull or whatever. So people love that. People see that. People go, oh man, I wish I could. So guess what? You will roll them slots too. See if they can pull it off, right?
Yep. And when they lose and no in-game currency, mom, dad, let me get your credit card real quick.
Yo, right. I'm you know, like you at the casino, like, oh man, I'm about to hit that 500. I gotta. I promise you, man. I'm about to roll that. I promise you, man. We about to go on vacation. When I pull this million like off this joint, I'm about to pull this 777. We about to win.
At the end of the day, it's gambling. It's an addiction. You know what I'm saying? And that could like lead into something with the whole New York, my hometown. You know what I'm saying? The attorney general is suing Valve for basically kind of promoting that with some of their games with like Counter-Strike 2, Team Fortress 2, Dota 2, with just being able to for the loot box kind of feature. I guess like it's kind of going back to like 2017, like when the whole like loot box thing started going on, and like especially with Battlefront 2, that was like the worst offender of it. But now they're like accusing Valve having these like slot machine like features, but for some reason only those kind of games are in there, and it's like if you don't put those games, you gotta put like the other gacha games in there because they do it like they're like some of the worst with that, like with the whole slot machine system with the characters and everything like we were just talking about. Like you get in-game currency to get the games, get the characters. You might not get who you want. You're gonna put your credit card down, try to get the character, and if you don't get them, you're gonna keep on going and going and going. It's an addiction. You might spend your rent money.
And ultimately, if you have an issue with gambling, be sure to look into local services to be able to get through that. That's what I'll say first.
Get help.
You know, it's not a joke. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a joke. Get help.
But depending on the game, right? Like for me playing Zenless Zone Zero, like, you know, I'm just like, there are characters that are running on the banner now, but I'm working on in the game. You're able to work on getting the materials to level up the characters you have. I have enough. Shout out to Daybreak Paladin, squad member adjacent. He has the game. We talk a lot. We talk strategically about what character is actually worth saving for if you put your whole team together. Like if you have an assortment of how your team runs for like game modes, right? Versus people just being like, I just want them because the character looks aesthetically pleasing, or, you know, I just want them because I want to collect all the characters or whatever. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of time. But I will say to the lawsuit in general, like even speaking to where the defense would be able to stand is if these factors are standing in the way, if they're not preventable, like saying I'm suing you because, like, say for example, it was criminal, and I'm bringing it up only because it's a point, like for Destiny. Say you could buy the in-game currency for Destiny is called silver. Say you buy 1,000 silver for $10, and you buy 2,000 silver for $20. Their DLC would be a value of $10, but in the game, the currency amount would be $1,100. There's no in between, so you have to buy the 2,000 to get to the 1,100 to buy the DLC in the game. What are you gonna do with that other 900? Well, incentivize you would think you would then move you into the skins game. Oh, you could buy a couple skins with that extra little 100, extra little 900, right? So we're talking about barriers
all a
to
mind
entry.
game, yo.
Barriers to entry. The stance on that lawsuit. I don't know the details right off. And shout out to Wavy for bringing it up. However, that lawsuit's going to go. If the barrier is you have to do X to meet Y, then that's a whole problem. For Zenless, you don't have to have these characters. They're going to promote the characters or whatever, and they've even updated the game to show you the internal values, even to the dollar. It reminds me of with fast food when they started showing us the nutrition facts
calories.
and calories.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Warnings. Just let you know. Like for Zenless, it shows you just so you know this is how much ultimately over time is how much you would spend in trying to do this with this character.
Nah.
And the barrier is like, so you can choose not to. Like you can still enjoy Zenless. You'll be a harder time, but you can enjoy with the characters they give you and just level them up, get good.
And that's the thing about most of these games. You could do it without the characters. Like you could just grind it out and like be with your other characters and everything. But people like want to the satisfaction of having like the newest character or having like the highest star rated character on their team. And also, people love clout.
Yeah.
They want to post the newest combo with the newest character on their social media and be like, "I got this guy. Look what I'm doing to this enemy," and stuff like that. I think that's another factor too. People love clout, and when clout comes into the fold, that's where that comes in. The whole gambling thing. I mean, gambling is an addiction, but like when you talk about clout and they want to show off their stuff online, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And even with like the Attorney General. They said that Valve has made billions of dollars of letting children and adults alike illegally gamble for the chance to win valuable virtual prizes. These features are addictive, harmful, and illegal, and my office is suing to stop Valve's illegal conduct and protect New Yorkers. So that's the thing about it. If they do go with this and they win, it might only be for New York. And no, it might not be for the whole country.
Well,
so you don't even know. It might just be state level. It might not be no federal level type stuff.
I think we'll look deeper into this. I think depending on how this case goes, it's something to keep our eye on. And for all of our content homies, if you're watching, it's something to keep our eye on. Because I don't think it's something you can just restrict to New York. Because then people can change their location with, the whatchamacallit. What's the thing called where you can change your location on the internet? Don't
like
get
the
old,
VPNs,
y'all.
whatever.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can be in New York, and I'm not trying to dispute the Attorney General at all. I'm just thinking about it logically. People can use their VPN to be like, I'm in New Jersey.
That's true. Man, that'd be a great segue for a sponsor. If someone sponsors us. That's crazy.
Yes. Shout out to
but anyway,
VPNs. But yeah, there's ways around it, basically. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, ultimately, like, shout out to if we have a silence moment at this point. It's just kind of like, well, like, not damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I think that if that happens, ultimately it'll affect games across the world, because there are even lawsuits that would have happened against certain games like Valve or like just how that gambling effect, I think it was from a lawsuit in Europe, is what caused the effect of Zenless letting people know financially how much this is going to cost you, or how one thing happened like with fast food that led to the nutrition facts worldwide, or not worldwide, but where in locations where it works.
It could trickle down. If they end up winning, it could trickle down to different states. Possibly
different countries, you know what I'm saying? Like,
different countries, all that kind of stuff.
Because I think there are other countries that really stand up against live service games, because there are other games that people guess what, stand up and reinforce to make sure their kids don't have access to certain things before they're ready.
So they're a parent. Damn, that's crazy. Who would have thought?
Waiter, check please. But yes, ultimately yes. So to close this aspect of the subject, not to close it, but just to bring up the point, what makes a live service game good, right? This is a general aspect. This is from my opinion after playing games for 20 years, being involved in a couple of live service games, stopped playing a couple live service games because once you get generally what you want to get out of it, you can literally just not play it anymore, right? But what keeps you engaged, from my thinking, and let me know if you agree, Wavy, I think the factors of a good live service game are content, communication, and affordability. Content being, is there a story mode to it? Are the characters engaging? Is the world immersive? Does the player feel like they're really involved? Does it just feel like they're just doing something? It's a quick plug and play. Or do they really feel like it's engaging on both, not even just like a time draw, but also a creativity type of way, something that's kind of keeping them mentally engaged. Certain games that have lore. I'll leave an example. Marvel Rivals has its own storyline, if you're paying attention.
It does, and it has comics too.
Yes, actually. And its own internal comics. It's a little bit. Yeah, because every character has a profile page you can read.
Yeah, that's true too.
And they're long, too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they're there. And you even read facts about every character. It's really engaging that way. So you're playing it, but even their interactions matter to the storyline that's happening in Marvel Rivals, right? Communication, what the company's telling you, updates, if there's something coming, if there's any error, are they fixing it? Just thanking the community, rewarding you, like staying loyal, different things that might come out, like, for playing 5,000 hours, or thank you for 5K or 1 million players. We're doing this for y'all. As a thank you.
Whatever.
Something.
Yeah.
So a free loot box, one free loot box, whatever. Something, right? A skin, something.
Facts.
And an affordability. Most of these games now, live service games, are barrier to entry free. To get in.
Until they're not.
Huh?
Until they're not.
Right, barrier to entry is free. You can walk into a casino as long as you have, your ID and you're 18 years of age and older.
You gotta be 18, guys. You gotta be 18 to go in the casino. Don't be doing that illegal stuff. Please. 18.
You can get in. You can stand in here. But to play, to look good for some of these gacha games, you gotta, pay a skin. Now, mind you, how much does that skin cost you? How many skins can you get for doing whatever? Can you also play the game a little bit and earn a little bit of income and then maybe meet it halfway? Does the skin affect the game any kind of way? So does it make financial or make fiscal sense for you doing that? So all the things that add up for people, that as long as they feel engaged, feel like the company's staying in contact with them for all the various updates and things going on, and affordability, making sure that they don't break the bank. Some people will still break the bank, believe me. But for people that even just have that slight affordability, the ceiling, that's agreeable.
Yeah, no, I think you hit the nail on the head. There's only one thing I would add is to me, honestly, the gameplay loop has to be fun. I haven't played a live service game. Well, I guess you could technically put High Guard in there. That's probably the last one I played other than Apex. That wasn't really my thing like that. But yeah, I think if the game loop is fun, the content is there. Like if you could go, cause I know people gave Destiny, the first Destiny, a lot of crap about that, like having to read the lore online and stuff in cards and everything when it first came out. Mm-hmm. But people actually they like reading the lore of the game and everything. I know you like to do that and everything too. So I don't think if the lore is there and the content is there, it's already in the right. You're going in the right direction. Of course, the communication, like you said, as developers, and that's why there's always there's an award for best live service or best community support. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Community support, communication, but I think that that gameplay loop has to be fire. It has to be keep you coming back, because only the gameplay loop will make it so that you want to do the actual tasks every week or something like that to get the new skin or whatever. Because the last time I actually spent dollars was on Apex for the battle pass. That's because I had to. You couldn't earn the battle pass. You had to buy it. So if the homies was on it and everything, I had to get the battle pass and do to be with them and to get the skins and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna earn those. But a lot of stuff is just cosmetics. It's not something to get your game better. So it's just cosmetics at the end of the day. So it didn't really matter. But yeah, I think the gameplay loop was the number one thing for me. But affordability is definitely something too. Like if the skins are like super high price and everything, then it might hurt your player base. And actually it brings me to like, I know we talked about gacha games a couple times so far, but it brings me to this video that I saw, and shout out to Mighty Keith and everything. He had like a video on like gacha games, and basically how like I think some guy basically in the skit, this guy just discovered gacha games. His boy said it's free. He said, "All right, I'm in." And he's like, "Oh God, look at these characters! I just got a character just for logging in. This is crazy." And then he just uses in-game currency to get more characters. And the guy's letting them know, like, hey, you might also on in-game currency. You're gonna run out, and it's gonna give you an addiction to try to get the characters and stuff like that. And the guy's like, wait a minute, I have no more currency. I need more characters. I'm gonna use this money right here. And then the exaggeration ended the skit. It makes it like he basically lost all his rent money. He couldn't pay rent for like the next month, and the guy had to lend him some money in order to do that. So at the end of the day, it is an addiction. And I just thought it was funny to bring that up and everything. I thought it was a good skit. But yeah, it was just a example of like it can be a lot, and that's the affordability factor. But yeah, that whole like RNG system, or that system of like you're basically doing a slot machine. They should low-key be in that lawsuit too. Like, that should be an example in that lawsuit. Yeah. But I think they're just going for like straight Steam, like Valve kind of games, and not the gacha people, because that's a whole different beast over there.
That's a whole different conversation, right?
Whole different beast.
To me, I'll bring up, like, you know, like I mentioned earlier, like playing Warframe, and I play Zenless. Warframe has in-game currency. The thing that you can invest in is you get the credits, which is the main money that you can buy. Most games that generally have that. And then there's platinum, which in-game currency wise, you can buy yourself, or there are some items that you can run, because Warframe also has its own little RNG gambling system going on in these things called relics. And the relics, when you gather them, when you've played the game, you're showing off your Warframe, doing all these amazing, powerful things, and you get these relics, and you go and run these relics to crack them open per the activity's need, and you get a chance at like a rare item. Now you pull these rare items, and you can either assemble the thing that you pull, or you can just keep doing that and collect those rare items and then sell them back to people who are in the game who don't want to go through that whole grind. And you can price it out for how much platinum you want to sell it back to people.
So you can flip it.
You can flip it. Dog, genius. Now, mind you, of course, it's not new, because there are other games that do that too. Like, but I don't think it's in-game currency. I think it worked, but like Final Fantasy 14, DC Universe Online. No. DC Universe Online had its in-game stores. People were selling different armor and things like that. If I remember correctly, I don't remember if it was the armor that you had to pay for versus like the two currencies. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but same thing. Like, Warframes isn't new. It's just because it's just more active in how people are really like in the Warframe sales. Like, people really just hop on that joint and sell. Like, you could be a seller on Warframe. You could be in the capturer just taking pictures, or you could just be a space ninja grinding out missions and wiping out the scourge of the universe. Like, it just for free. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the point of it. Is it's free for entry doing that. DC Universe is free. But to get to the higher level stuff, you do, like Final Fantasy 14, you need to pay the monthly fee for doing activities over and over again, like the raids and stuff like that. To get to the higher tier stuff, Warframe, you don't have to pay anything for the higher tier stuff. But they also don't have raids, and that's a whole other conversation entirely. But they do have in-game level content. The end game of Warframe, as a joke, is fashion frame, i.e., being able to wipe out boards at the drop of a hat, that kind of thing. But then, like I said, it's not new. Being able to sell things back to players in games. A lot of live service games have that aspect where people can sell, be a salesman or saleswoman in the game. So
we got hustlers in these games. Hey, they flipping bricks out there.
Bruh.
How you flip a brick in a game? I have no idea, but they're doing it.
That'd be crazy if Genshin had that, where if you could sell, if you have your pulls and you could sell them, that would be that would be like an incentive too. Like you pulling the banner stuff, and if you dumb lucky and you have copies, and you be able to turn it around and sell them back to people for like some type of in-game currency or whatever. But that's also all a part of the economy of these live service games and how these communities are really involved. So in general,
they're definitely involved.
Yeah,
y'all don't hate them. I just want good ones.
Y'all just want good ones. We've listed off roughly, it was about 20 that are still holding the top spot, and y'all just basically want the next one to be the new one, to give you an excuse
That's
to
all
not
y'all
play
want.
the old one. You know?
Right? Y'all say this about Marathon Live Service Slop. Y'all don't mean that. Y'all at that point, y'all were just mad because of the whole Blueprint situation, but it wouldn't be the case if they weren't in the top played games all the time. So now I will say that also could not be the niche. That could be the casuals that are always doing that. They're always doing that same game because they don't play nothing else besides that game and a couple others. That could not be the niche and stuff. But the numbers still talk. You know what I'm saying? So, and gaming has grown so much. And that casual base is always going to be like the main one that brings in the money and stuff. So if they can see so many people on that, you know, it's going to just say like, hey, they must love us. So it could be, you know, it could just be the main casuals that's keeping these games alive and not the niche that want the new stuff. But I don't know, because like I said, Steam is not, I mean, PC gaming is on the rise. It's definitely here to stay and everything. But I think the PC gaming is not, it's mainstream, but it's not like, you know, that mainstream where you could say like, oh, this kind of dictates this, the wave and stuff like that. At least I don't think so. So when I see that most of these live service games are in the top 15, I feel like they're just like, you know, that's how it is, and y'all are playing it, so that's how it's going to end up. But yeah, I think that, like, you know, since they're like the highest grossing games out here, people are just going to see that, companies are going to see that y'all like them, so they're going to keep on making them. But the casuals, it could be the casuals out that are keeping them alive. It could be the niche. I'm not sure. Yeah. But the fact that, like, you know, the top ones on Steam are the ones are like the most allowed service in the top 15. I feel like Steam is like still is not niche at all because PC gaming is like really big right now, but it's still not in that like super casual base either. No. So like I do put a lot of when I see Steam, I say like, okay, that's like the niche talking right there. You know what I'm saying? Like the true gaming community talking right there. So yeah, I don't think that people are tired of them. They just want a good one. And like you said, they wanted a good one to replace the one they have right now, you know, so.
Until the Steam box.
Until the Steam ooh, that might do it. It might do it. It might be the one that bring people in and all that kind of stuff. It could be. And I could have, that's the last episode. I probably scared the PlayStation too.
How's the Rogue doing?
Oh, the Rogue Ally, whatever? I don't even know how that's doing.
Does that count for numbers? Would that count for Steam numbers too if we were logged in?
I don't think so. I thought that like runs on like the Xbox like thing, whatever. I thought it runs on Xbox.
Is that what the handheld is? Oh, sorry. Let me not say the Rogue Ally.
Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
I think that'll be Steam. That'll be Steam. I think that's their.
So you logged in. Like, thing. Yeah, you logged into Steam Deck. You're a part of the numbers.
You are.
Okay.
And Steam Deck is a. I'm pretty sure that Steam Deck is. I think a lot of people have a Steam Deck. Luckily, my cousin gave me mine, like I said before, so that's cool.
Yeah, I don't own a Steam Deck. No, that'd be interesting though. Maybe that would be something I would get. I have to ask my wife about because we talked about PC gaming.
Steam, you know, Steam games. You can get a docking system, put it on the TV. Or y'all wait for the Steam machine.
But my wife right now is locked on the Switch. But like the Steam Deck would open up a broader sense because you wouldn't just be locked in Nintendo titles. Look,
See,
that's in that episode. There, we were here talking. No, we were talking shop. Time out. We putting y'all hype to the game though. So we over here like nah in the camp. That's a wrap for our episode today, squad. Be sure to check out all of our content anywhere on the web at Fukaname, PHUCANAME. Check out all of our older episodes of our podcast, all the things we talked about over the years. So we've been talking about gaming, anime, all the things with different guests over the last, we've been doing this for about 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years now. Shout out to those that have listened. Shout out to those that might be listening now and are coming into the fold. We appreciate you. Overall, I've been your host, Frosty Phoenix. Catch me across the web at Frosty Phoenix, FROSTYPHENIX, Frosty VO for all my voice acting stuff, video games, voice acting, content, all over the place. Squad, close out with your socials.
What's goody, y'all? Thank y'all for listening to another episode of Fugapod. The voice y'all hearing, the voice of Wav3y God right now. You already know the sneaker lover, anime watcher, video game player. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all like and comment on the videos when they come out. The clips, the full episodes. You can watch the full episodes as well, you know what I'm saying? And listen to the podcast on Apple and Spotify podcast. Rate that joint 5 stars, you know what I'm saying? Because we know if y'all like it, you know what I'm saying? Get spread it to other people. Have them tune in with us too and have them be squad with us, you know what I'm saying? And of course, if y'all coming to Orlando, y'all make sure to spot me and Noob over at MegaCon this weekend on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? Catch some flicks. You're gonna be live a couple times over there, so y'all make sure y'all be on our Instagrams and everything, on your Instagrams and all that, TikToks, whatever. We're gonna be over there having a good old time. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all listening to another episode of Fugapod, you know what I'm saying? But Wav3y God is out.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Hope you and Noob have a great time at MegaCon after this episode's release. Until the next time, squad. I knew he was gonna go find it. Shout out to Desert Skies. Peace out, guys.
Peace.